Now I would like to bring up our next storyteller, Ben Weatherston. Ben Weatherston, join me up here.
My name is Benjamin Weatherston. I am a photographer here in Ann Arbor, and I shoot for the Ann magazine, and I also own Photo Studio Group here in town. I have a story about tap dancing under fire. I am a photographer. I was doing a volunteer group in India, and I don't want to get this deep, okay? But there was a guy in my team that was dying in India. And he did not know he was dying. He had never been to the hospital in his entire life except to visit his wife when she had his children. And he was a Marine, he was a boxer, he was a world traveler. He'd never even gotten a vaccine until the doctor made him. And he goes to India with 4 brain tumors in his head that he didn't know about. And we get over there and parts of his body stopped working. And I'm the leader of this team. And we're having a blast. We're staying in these resorts and we're having fun. And then all of a sudden he's on the floor and nothing's working. And he's like suffocating on his tongue. And we're doing CPR and we're screaming for people. And there's a guy who helps us. And turns out he actually went to school at Wayne State. And he's in India at a resort that we're there. And we need a doctor and he's there. We got 2 weeks left in the trip. And I got a guy that's in an ER that I don't even want to go visit because there's bugs crawling around. And we got an interesting glimpse at the third world healthcare system. I actually worked for a hospital at the time. And I came back very grateful for where I worked. But I didn't know what to do when he was admitted and we were trying to bring him home. I had a meeting with an Indian brain surgeon, and he said, we don't want to let him get on a plane. You can't take him against doctor's orders, or they'll turn him around at the airport. So I call a doctor here, and the doctor here, on his own dime, decides to fly to India to escort him back to America. This guy was amazing. So I'm sitting there across the desk. I'm a photographer. He's a brain surgeon. And I'm trying to convince him to let his patient into my care to take him back to America. The doctor from America, his name is Bruce. He's an awesome guy. And he says, Ben, this is what I'm going to do. It's the middle of the night here. It's day there. And he goes, Ben, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get on a plane. I'm going to meet you at the airport. I'm going to turn right around and get on the airplane. You just have to convince that guy to let Phil go with you, and we'll be good. Are you comfortable with that? Here's a list of drugs that I need, and the medical supplies. You cool? And I was like, no, I'm not comfortable with any of this, and I haven't been comfortable for the last 2 weeks. Why would you think that I would be cool with that? So here I am. I find myself sitting across from the brain surgeon, and I say, I need you to give me this guy. I have a doctor flying here from Detroit. We're going to get on the plane and go back and go straight to the hospital, I swear. I need you to give me these drugs, this equipment, and can you do that? And he looked at me like I was out of my mind. And he said, what are your qualifications? And I said, I don't have any qualifications. I'm a photographer. I love this guy like my dad. He's awesome. He was like 73 at the time. And he said, I'll let him go with you if you have the doctor waiting at the airport for you, and if, when you get to America, you call me and tell me what's wrong with him, because I don't know. I'm not kidding, I swear. He said, we don't know what is the matter, and that's the only reason why I'm giving him to you, because I believe he'll be better in your care than he is with me. And I take pictures. I'm like, okay, I will accept that. I call Bruce, get on the plane, man. He was actually at the airport already when I called him. And he got on the plane. It's like a 14-hour flight. He came, and literally I'm wheelchairing the guy through. Security's looking at my note from the doctor. I've got, against 9/11 restrictions, I've got bags of liquid for IVs and tons of paraphernalia. And I say, I just need you to let me on the plane. And they say no at the gate. I say, I can't let you on the plane. He could die in midair. And I say, I have a doctor. He's coming. I say, well, where is he? I said, I don't know where he is. But then at that moment, coming in international, I see a very tall, red-headed American over a sea of Indian people. And I say, Bruce, get over here now. And he makes his way, and he makes his way, and he comes, and he literally spent 10 minutes in India, and he gets on our plane, and we come back here. We drove him straight to St. Joe's, where he was immediately diagnosed with 4 brain tumors, that the ER tech knew what was going on. And he lived for a full year with his family, very happy and very fulfilled until he passed away. But that meeting was probably the most pressure I've ever felt in my entire life. Thank you very much.